Today I will explain you how this credit card is leading you to higher income tax. What happens? You have a credit card, but you can't get or avail any loan. But you have two, three credit cards. What they are doing is the merchant is approaching you, stating that okay, I will give you cash for what you make a transaction. If you make a transaction, I will give a cash, but I will deduct some charges out of it, but I will return you cash. This is what merchants usually say. How this transaction is happening, I'm going to explain it. First, the credit card holders go to a merchant and asking for cash. So he is saying swipe your card, around example 50,000 rupees. Now what is happening that is, he is getting cash and as per the rules he should give some goods to him. Okay, believe so he gave some good. Now the same merchant is asking that okay, I require some goods, can you sell me goods? Okay, now the credit card holder who is selling back the goods to merchant and getting repayment in form of cash. Actually this is two transactions involved in this. So how that is affecting is that right around whatever the transaction that happened is almost right. Anybody has a right to purchase something and the same person also right to sell something to someone. So here that is a two different transaction that is happening in the same day or a different day. That is not an issue. Now comes to the income tax. What? As per income tax, the credit card holders buy something. Then he became liable to pay the amount to bank, right? Yes. Now that credit cards indicate that this is for a purpose of his living good. So when your salary, your income matches your credit card expenses, then there will be no issue. When it exceeds the credit card limit, exceeds your business income, then it became a problem. How the problem is coming? For a credit card holder, he is a salaried person or he is doing some business. Usually salaried person get mostly credit cards. But when he do this two transaction by buying some goods and selling the same goods, he comes into a category known as business. So he need to file a return of income stating though he has a business income. In what category he can file? He need to categorize into two things. The person who is doing business in account and the person who is business in cash. The Income Tax Act, everyone who are filing presumptive taxation, that is that in this category it is goods. So goods, we believe so the goods are exempted goods. So there is no tax on the goods. So there is no GST for now. Good. So if you are dealing with exempted goods, that is not required to register yourself with GST. So not an issue. So you are you have escaped GST right now. But income tax won't allow you. Why? The income tax says that if whatever turnover you make, you need to disclose, you don't need to maintain any books of accounts if you file in presumptive taxation, that is section 44 ADA in respect of goods. So if it makes a transaction that is of account basis or all in basis of banking transaction UPA, you need to pay 6% of the turnover is considered as your total income, that will be taxed. But in the case of cash payment, it will be 8% plus cess. Now what happens now is, for the merchant who is having the POS machine, point of sale machine, and helping the credit card holders to swipe in, he is going to show this transaction mostly in 6%, because what has happened? First, all the sales, whatever the income which he received is in 6%, and whatever the income is 6%, income is going to be categorized in 6% only. But in the case of credit card holders, his income accrues by way of cash. So he is going to pay 8% GST. That is the actual difference, 6%, 8%. As he is a salaried person, he need to file income tax, and he need to file not in ITR 1 2, he need to file in ITR 4. Why? Because he have a business income. Sometimes he need to pay in ITR 3. So what happens? His income will be increased, and I'm more sure they will be always in the 15% 20% slab. So the even you get a 1 rupee, that will be taxed 8%. 1 lakh rupees you make a transaction, out of that 8,000 will be your trading profit. On that 20% 30% you're going to pay. So that has became a headache to you. You need to maintain books of accounts as you have crossed the turnover limit. Section 144A says that Income Tax Act, every person who has crossing the limit of 25 lakhs of turnover, annual turnover, need to maintain books of accounts. So that comes into force, and you need to pay tax on whatever transaction. So please beware of what you do in this credit card statements, merchant banking. Don't go and fall into traps. Always follow the rules. And if you want to break the law, it's your own thing. I am not supporting it. Be careful. So, and this is what the thing regarding the credit card transaction, merchant banking. So many merchants are offering around 1.5%, 2% direct swipe, or if you want to pay commission, and we will give you cash. If there any being the case, be aware that you will be subject to income tax, and sometimes you will be subject to GST based on the POS what you swipe out. So be careful on what you make the transaction. Thank you.